Hello, good day. Um, Today I want to show you how to fix some common error which I believe so many people are having because I came across same problem while I was developing this amazing looking website with WordPress and Elementor. Now I came across for the first time server error 404 and server error 500. I think server error 403 also, and there are different ways of solving this problem. Okay, at first, okay, before that, let me try to edit this front page with Elementor, and so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. If it's a similar problem with that you're having, so you visiting this link and watching this video now, I believe that you are having some challenges and you're looking for some ways around it. When I came across this problem at first, actually no solution online was able to fix the problem I was having, but at the time I was able to find a way around it. Now I want to show you something I discovered. Okay, if you're familiar with Elementor, you should know exactly what I'm doing. Now this is the Elementor front end trying to edit. Let's say I want to edit some of this content here. As if you come here, this is actually the content I want to edit here. Now if I come back to Elementor, um, if I click here to edit this particular end, I want to edit this information here. I can put something like okay, let me say this is good. I can update it, and if I do update it, it's saved. It has saved successfully. And this is a problem I discovered because along my text while I was building some pages, I use keywords like aside from. Now, what I discovered is if aside from it's starting a sentence, um, you may come across that problem. Now, if I save this, it saves successfully. But if I start this with aside from, I hope you can see what I'm doing. Aside from, and I save, try to update, I get this error notice. At the time, I never knew that this was the cause of my problem. Even if I have more words in the front of it, it's still not gonna solve the problem. And to prove this to you also, I'll open a new tab. I'll try to create a new page with Elementor. I'll try to create a new page with Elementor. Now this is the new page opening. I want to clarify some things to you. Let me edit this page with Elementor. Oh, it's taking a while. I think I'm not having too much of a good network. Okay, let me say for instance, okay, let me just do something fast. Let me add text editor here. You see, I've added this here. This is good. I can put something like okay, before that, let me show you. I can publish. Here you can see it's working fine. It's working just fine. You can see it's working fine. But if I come back here, I can add more text. Yeah, yeah, I can save. It's working fine. But if I come to put something like aside from and I try to save, I get the same problem. So now you can see there is something with this particular keyword and Elementor. But what I want you to know is that the first time I came across this problem, I I I changed my theme with another theme. It was fine, but with this particular theme I'm using, it's an issue. I tried 5 different themes. I have two of the among the 5 I had this problem. The other three were fine. So something like this can also be a problem you're trying to fix with Elementor error 404 and you're unable to fix it. So you look out for this particular keyword aside from starting a sentence. If it's in starting the sentence, you can say yes, it's not. If it's not starting a sentence, let me make this smaller. I believe it saves fine. But if it's starting a sentence and I try to save it, the problem, be it starting from capital letter or none, the problem still arise. And if I take away this aside from and try to update, and it's fine again. So there is a problem with this keyword. So this is the first problem. I want you to look out for this keyword. There's another problem. Okay, let me put it this way. The first time I had this problem, error 500, error 404, I had to change my server. I uploaded the same script on the same WordPress site on another server. On that other server, I started having error 500 for the same issue, but another template. I started having error 500. Now, this is what I did to solve that particular one. Now, this is the second solution that can be a problem. I came to my control panel, my server control panel. This is what I did, trying to log in. I came to my server control panel. Under my server control panel, here you type PHP and you see something like PHP, select PHP version. It all depends on the kind of server you're using. In some other server, you might see this on your multi-PHP selector or something like that, or php.ini. So on this particular server, there is a select PHP version. But this information I want to show you, definitely see it on your server. They may bear this different name based on the icon. Now there is this called PHP Memory Limit. So if you have an end like this, okay, you can click on options. If you come to options, you see memory limit. Memory limit. So if you come across the issue, this is the second solution that can solve it. When I was having error 500, this was able to solve it. I only came to the memory limit. Previously, it was on that other server, it was on 192. I changed it to 1 gig and it worked fine. I reduced it to 512 and it worked fine. In 256, it didn't work. So it's just something you have to troubleshoot. You try this and you try that. And in some few cases, another thing that can cause it, because while checking online, so many people are of the opinion that the error 404 and server error 500 has to do with security issue. You also check the security plugins you're using. The security plugin you're using. In some cases, you might have an issue with WordFence. I believe you know WordFence. Let me show you WordFence. WordFence is an amazing plugin, an amazing security plugin. It can help your sites in different levels against brute force attack and so many unnecessary threats that it can face. Now this is WordFence. I don't really have it on this I don't really have it on this site. Now this is WordFence. Aside from WordFence, there are other security plugins. So when you're facing the such problem, you also check if you had WordFence. If you had WordFence, if you have it on your site, then the best thing for you to do is to uninstall it. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'll do. If you have WordFence, let me install this. Let me also activate it. It's taking a while. It's taking a while. Okay. I don't really need this for now. I'm just trying to show you something. Now, WordFence has been installed and activated. If I come to install plugin, which is the current location I'm in now, okay, it's coming up. If I scroll down, you see my WordFence. So if you have WordFence installed on your site and you're having this issue, one of the suggestions I suppose you do also is you also come here and deactivate WordFence. You deactivate it, then you check if you're still having the 404 or 500 or 403 issue. If you deactivate it, if it works, then what you should do is you develop the website without WordFence. You finish the setup without WordFence. Then when you're done, you can now install back your WordFence. That will fix whatever problem you have. Now I've given you 3 solutions. If you can recall, the aside from as a keyword. Aside from that, there can still be other keyword that is possible to affect your Elementor, but the only one I came across for the first time is aside from having an issue, although that depends on the theme, on the WordPress theme you're using. I tried 5 themes. I had issue with 2 and the other 3 were fine. Another problem is your PHP memory limit, which I also show you how to change your memory limit. That is more common with when you're having a 500 error 500. Then another problem is with WordFence. It might not really be only WordFence. You may have other security plugins. But my suggestion is after trying all these, and none of them worked for you, I suggest you come to your plugin and deactivate all your plugins and leaving only Elementor. You deactivate all your plugins, leaving only Elementor. That is, if any of these 3 solutions I explained here didn't work for you, you deactivate all your plugins, leaving only Elementor, and check if it will save. If it eventually saves, then you should know that it's an issue or a conflict with Elementor and one other of your plugin. So in that case, what you should do is you start installing them one by one, back activating them one by one. While you activate, you check your Elementor and check if it's successful. If it becomes successful, like you activate it one after the other, you will definitely find out that particular plugin that is causing that particular issue. Then when you discover that particular plugin, then what you should do is you try to set up your Elementor without that plugin. Then when you're done with it, you can now reactivate that plugin. That is if that plugin is very necessary for you. Thank you so much. I hope this helps.